Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for MMA fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and I'm here to get you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. In this series, I'll be watching tape and providing my real-time analysis on how I think the fights are going to go. I'll be watching for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies, pairing that with Fighting Stats' exclusive UFC stats not available anywhere else to give you a prediction on how I think the fights are going to go and ultimately who's going to win. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Art C, and today we are going to be breaking down the fight tape of the current welterweight champion, Leon Edwards. He's going to be taking on Colby Covington on December 16th for the Welterweight Championship fight. So we're going to start the fight tape here with the number 13 ranked Gunnar Nelson. I'm interested to see how he deals with the grappling of Gunnar, so let's get this fight tape started. All right. Leon Edwards will have a 3-inch height advantage and a 2-inch reach advantage. Let's get this fight started here. Gunnar Nelson, the plus 130 underdog in this fight. Worth noting that this fight is a 3-round fight. He's coming off a 5-round unanimous victory against Donald Cerrone. This fight happens 9 months after the Cerrone win here. So let's see how this fight plays out. Leon Edwards opens up in southpaw. Gunnar Nelson also in southpaw, in orthodox, but a wide karate stance. Edwards in the red trunks, Gunnar Nelson in the blue trunks, gray trunks. Oh, my eyes going. All right, Leon Edwards are looking to paw with the lead hand, both hand fighting here. The wide stance there from Gunnar Nelson looks like he's open to the leg kicks, but Edwards chooses to go with the body, the rear high kick. Let's see here. Circling around the outside, standing in kicking distance here from now. Hard lead or rear leg kick from Gunnar Nelson to the body. Looks like Edwards there trying to go for a left hand. Gunnar Nelson pushing Edwards up against the cage. Edwards some nice knees up against the cage here. So here's Gunnar looking to grapple here, in on the double leg, grabs the double leg. Oh, nice hips there from Leon. Nice takedown defense, and then, nice takedown there for Gunnar Nelson. Now he is on top. Edwards has his feet on the hips, looking to push off, create some space, and get back up. There he is. Gets his hips back up from under him. Gunnar Nelson able to get the takedown back down again. So, Gunnar Nelson looking to step under, get into half guard. But he is picking up the legs. Edwards doing a good job of posting, keeping his butt off the ground. Gunnar Nelson's going to try to grab that post, that right arm of Edwards off of the ground. It's going to let him get back up there, have to deal with the post rather than try to get the legs. He's trying to get the legs back down. He's going to have to reach for that far post if he's going to try to prevent Edwards from standing back up. There he is there. Doesn't get it. Edwards back up to his feet. Nice knees from Gunnar Nelson here in the clinch. 50-50 position for Edwards. Saw some decent takedown defense. Gunnar Nelson, high-level grappler, able to get the fight down to the ground, but not able to do anything. Edwards able to pop up. Now he's again defending the takedown again. Looking to pummel from the far side. Gets double underhooks, able to spin him. Now it's Edwards in on the clinch. Gets the takedown on Gunnar Nelson here. Not afraid to take Gunnar Nelson down to the ground, get top control here. Now it's Edwards in on the back, trying to get the left hook in. The fence is going to prevent him from getting that right hook in, but he's going to control Gunnar here against the fence. Gunnar's going to want to keep his back up against the fence to prevent Edwards from getting the back on the other side. Edwards is throwing some left hooks here. 2-on-1 for Edwards, trying to control the left wrist of Gunnar Nelson. Again, Gunnar Nelson's going to try to circle to his right, circle into Edwards. Again, that fence, he's going to try to peel Edwards off of his back there. Looks like Edwards is still trying to control the wrist of Gunnar, still maintaining the left hook of Gunnar. Now you can see Edwards trying to position that right knee against the fence, trying to attack the neck a little bit. Still has one hook in. So Edwards doing a good job of carrying, making Gunnar carry his weight, not giving him a lot of positions on his feet here. He's trying to get back up. Gunnar should be able to sort of spin into him. I think the hand position on the right arm is preventing that. I think Gunnar should be able to stand up here, though. Gunnar a little bit too complacent here. There he's trying to turn into him. Oh, gets that hook out. Again, Edwards controlling. Looks like, yeah, he still only has that one hook in. The fence preventing that right hook from getting in. Now he's standing back up. Gunnar's trying to break the grip. Edwards going to try to drag him down to the ground. This is all a position of weight and weight distribution. Another pickup throws Gunnar Nelson back down to the ground. Now they break off. 20 seconds left in round one. So that was a good 3 minutes of nothing, really. Edwards on the back. Gunnar Nelson had a couple of takedowns, but wasn't able to do much. They're very hard to score the round because, again, nobody really did anything. But I think you got to give it to Edwards just based on more back control time, half back control time. Gunnar Nelson able to get the takedown, but Edwards showed a decent takedown defense, decent hips there. Did get taken down, but again, nothing much happened in that round. No highlights because nothing really happened. So on to round number 2. Gunnar Nelson versus Leon Edwards. Edwards still in southpaw. Gunnar Nelson still in orthodox, bouncing in the wide karate stance. Leon Edwards a little bit tentative coming for it. I think he doesn't want to really commit to a lot of these strikes because Gunnar Nelson again is looking for the takedown. I'm just looking to see how he deals with the threat of the takedown. He's standing here in kicking range. Nothing's really able to land punching wise, so Gunnar's throwing the right high kick. Both guys, when it's southpaw versus orthodox, it's going to be that rear leg. The right leg for Gunny and the left leg from Leon Edwards. They're both throwing that leg to close the distance. Now Edwards briefly switches to orthodox, back to southpaw. 1-2 from Edwards. He's a little bit short again. He's standing outside in kicking range, so that 1-2 is going to be short for him. He's going to have to close the distance first. 1-2 from Nelson. Again, he's short. Both of them standing outside in kicking range, so they're going to have to close that distance fast to land. Not able to. Both guys are short on their strikes. Faking some kicks here. First 90 seconds, nobody's really thrown anything or landed anything. Very slow pace here fight. Again, that right leg from Gunnar Nelson, not able to land. That left leg from Leon Edwards, not able to land there as well. Trying to jab over the top, catches Gunny coming in with a jab. Gunner's trying to hold on to the arms with the underhook. He's going to want to push Edwards up against the cage here. I don't think he wants to be doing this in the middle of the cage, but he's looking for a trip, a toss, some sort of using his weight, pull him this way, push him that way, use his momentum against him. Edwards doing a good job controlling the lead leg of Gunny. Looks like Gunny's trying to use some sort of hip throw. Edwards sees it and he's trying to prevent that right hip from coming across. Nice knee, nice elbow over the top, able to break off. 2 minutes down into round number 2. Edwards circling over here to his left, takes place in the center of the cage. Gunny's not really doing a lot of forward pressure, so they're able to stand here a little bit. Grabs a leg, grabs a hold of the clinch. Now it's Gunnar Nelson again clinching Leon Edwards up against the cage here. Leon Edwards trying to post along that right hip again, trying to prevent that right hip either from taking the back or throwing some knees. Switches position, 50-50 against the cage. Edwards now in on the leg. So it's not Edwards looking for the position, but it's from the clinching. He's able to pummel under, get under, and then when he gets Gunny against the cage, he's the one that's level changing, dropping for a takedown. halfway through the fight there. Gunnar Nelson a little bit mouth open. Weird because, again, it hasn't been a crazy fast-paced or anything, but blocks there. 1-2. Again, it's anything to close the distance for Gunnar Nelson. Again, in on a clinch. Here, 50-50 against the cage. Gunnar reaching for a leg. Nice knee there. Edwards, it looks like he's going to be able to spin him. Nice knee in the clinch there from Edwards. Gunnar returns the knee, and then Edwards breaks off. Circling off, yeah. If Gunnar Nelson's not able to get the takedown, I think it's going to be a long fight for him. Again, he's struggling to close the distance, struggling to clinch. Hasn't really shot a single leg, double leg, more of a clinch up against the cage takedown. Still light on his feet. Gunnar Nelson bouncing in and out. Leon Edwards, again, not tentative to throw and dip down to give up a leg. Now it's Gunnar Nelson again looking for the clinch, looking to tie clinch here. Edwards throwing some nice knees in the clinch. Able to block the hips. Elbows over the top. 1-2 breaks off. So Edwards controlling the clinch so far. Able to keep the fight standing in round number 2. Oh, what happened there? Looks there. Did he land? Did he just throw Gunnar Nelson off balance here? Bear with me for a second. I want to see what happened here. So Edwards here. Gunnar Nelson comes forward. I think he darts in, throws a 2. Misses. Catches him there. Oh yeah, it's the left hand over the top. Drops Gunnar Nelson. Okay. The left hand over the top rocks Gunnar Nelson. He's in on rock. Follows up with ground and pound here. Looking to finish. Some big elbows. Gunnar Nelson controlling the left arm of Edwards. Edwards trying to elbow. The referee close to stopping it. But this break in action is going to get Gunnar Nelson to the 3rd round. Close. So obviously you give that to Edwards because of the late drop in that round. He's probably winning that fight anyway, but clipped Gunnar Nelson coming in. Edwards more of a counter puncher there. I think we might see a preview here. So let's see here. Jumps in. Here the left. Watch the left hand of Edwards over the top. Oh, it's a left elbow. Left elbow over the top here. Yeah, he's thrown that elbow a couple of times through that left elbow over. Caught Gunnar Nelson. Gunnar Nelson goes down. The referee's like pointing at him. Let's go. Get up. Get up. Get up. And then he's able to survive there. So Edwards probably up 2 rounds. Again, that first round, nothing really happened, but you have to give it to Edwards based on just doing more. Round number 2, clear Edwards round based on the damage. But again, not a lot of damage happening in round 2 either. A lot of tentativeness standing here on the outside. Same thing. Edwards still in southpaw. Nelson still in orthodox. Tough puzzle to crack, I guess. Watch for the rear kicks here. Right leg there. He's feinting the right kick. Edwards going to throw the left kick again. Edwards more tentative. Again, I think he's waiting to counter. He knows Gunnar Nelson. That's how he caught him in the first time. Gunnar Nelson coming forward with the 2. And then Edwards able to throw the left elbow over the top. Edwards not really engaging in the fights. First, he's trying to figure out the counters. Gunnar in on a double leg here. He's a little bit high. He has more of a body lock here. Nice pummel there from Edwards. Able to get the pummel in. Now it switches to single leg. Edwards doing the right thing, defending, grabbing the wrists. Gunnar has to switch from double to single to double sort of thing. Able to circle off, yeah. Second latest fights. They're talking about how Edwards has some late finishes. I think that's just because, again, he's not doing much in this fight. Nice 50-50 position here. Has the underhook on that side. He level changes as Gunnar ducks down. Edwards is still ducking down, keeping that left leg away from Gunnar. Able to posture up. Nice takedown defense, I think, from Edwards. Halfway through the third round. Again, not a ton of happening. It's Gunnar Nelson really attacking these takedowns. Edwards defending. Halfway through the third round, how do you score it? Is it Gunnar Nelson's doing the more forward pressure, doing the more attacking? Edwards able to defend but keep the fight standing. So if you look at where the fight wants to take place, Edwards, getting his choice and wanting to keep the fight standing, defending. But it's Nelson in on a takedown, looking for the double leg, looking for the single leg. I don't know. Hard to give it to Edwards if he just defends. Double unders here for Edwards. Just pretty strong in the clinch. Yeah, Gunnar Nelson not looking to pummel. He just gives up this double under position here. Lets Leon control him. He's going to go for a ride again. And he gives up his back again. So it's the clinching, the defensive clinching here from Gunnar Nelson. Edwards in on the back. We saw this position in round number 1 before, where he held on to the body lock for a while. There, Edwards, Gunnar able to turn into him. Now he has a nice elbow there from Edwards. He's going to throw the right elbow over the top, it looks like. There it is. So he blocked it. Whew. Nice call there. All right. 90 seconds left in the fight. Feel like nothing's happened in this fight, though. Edwards circling on the outside. Just the one elbow over the top, really, for Edwards is the biggest thing. Gunnar Nelson lands a right hand coming in. He's in on a double. Nice hips. Goes from a double to an outside trip. Able to get Leon Edwards down. Final minute of the fight. Now, whoa! What happened there? Okay, so he's in like a half side control there. And then that was a weird... He got to mount right away. He went from here. Oh, nice transition from Gunnar Nelson. Right into mount. So now it's Edwards on bottom in full mount. He's trying to control the posture here. 50 seconds left. Looking at his corner. Do something. I think he's going to have to crossface. Get some Edwards back flat on his face. Or on his back. Edwards just really trying to hold on with 40 seconds left. There it is. The crossface. He's trying to push on him. Edwards really trying to hold on. 30 seconds left. Gunnar's trying to create some space to try to do some damage here. Going to be hard to find a submission with Edwards just holding on, but if you can just throw some elbows. 20 seconds. Trying to get some space here again. Push off. Break the grip somehow of Leon Edwards. Trying to get under here. Break. There, he breaks the grip. He gets the grip back again. So it's really just Edwards holding on. I guess he thinks he's up 2 rounds. It's a little bit high. Trying to hit some heads there. Pretty close fight. You know what? Like, that first round could have gone Gunnar's way. He got the takedown. If he was able to have more top control in the first round, Gunnar probably wins that round. He loses the second based on the elbow, and then the third, just we saw Edwards off of his back. Not a great look, honestly, for Edwards. Just he got mounted, and all he could really do is just hold on. Oh, it's a split. Look, the 29-27. Oh, I guess a 10-8 there. All right. So what did we learn here? So Gunnar Nelson's a pretty good grappler. In on a double into a single. Looked like Leon Edwards had some good hips. Able to defend the takedown a little bit, but Gunnar Nelson's chain wrestling in round number 1. Able to get Leon Edwards down to the ground, but Leon Edwards didn't stay there. He is able to pop up, post on the ground, get his hips up, get to the cage, get back to standing. Then from the standing, in on the clinch, Leon Edwards pretty strong in the clinch, able to throw some knees, able to pummel. for underhooks, get 50-50 position back, get Gunnar Nelson on his back up against the clinch. And then when he had Gunnar Nelson up against the fence, it was Leon Edwards the one level changing and actually getting the fight down to the ground. How he won round number 1. And then round number 2, Edwards drops him with a right elbow over the top. Drops Gunnar Nelson. That round was pretty close to getting stopped. And then round number 3, again, nothing really happened. Just Edwards defending the takedown, Gunnar getting the takedown and getting into full mount, and then just holding on in full mount. So we did get some answers. Leon Edwards a little bit tentative on the feet. I think he's afraid of committing to a couple of strikes where Gunnar Nelson can level change. He'd rather stay on the outside, play the waiting game. He knows that Gunnar Nelson is going to have to close the distance. So when Gunnar Nelson overextended on the 2, that's when Leon Edwards was able to counter with the elbow. Otherwise, he wants to be able to see the shots from a mile away, able to defend with the underhooks, get the fight to the clinch. In the clinch there, pretty strong, defends the takedowns from the clinch. So it's going to take a lot to get Leon Edwards down to the ground, but when he does, again, he's just holding on there. So we're going to see if this continues on to his next couple of fights. He takes on a couple of high-level guys as well. But again, my name is Artsy. I hope you enjoyed the show. This is Leon Edwards. Continue watching. We're going to watch Leon Edwards, his rise to the UFC Welterweight Championship, how he gets the belt, and what he's going to do to defend that belt against Colby Covington. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Fighting Stats. Okay, guys, well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and you'll get notified anytime we put out new content. Again, my name is Art C. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Electrocute. This is Fighting Stats, the ultimate source for exclusive and in-depth MMA statistics and best bets. We'll see you guys at the window.